The Gators were coming off a 38-0 shutout victory against non-conference opponent Towson. Despite shutting out Towson 38-0, the Gators fell one spot in the AP poll from 9 to 10. They are looking ahead to take on number 7 Auburn in the Swamp this Saturday. This will be the University of Florida's homecoming, and they are expecting a sellout crowd. ESPN's College Game Day will be in Gainesville for the first time since 2012. This will be the first matchup between the two top 10 opponents in the Swamp since then. This will also only be Auburn's second time in the Swamp since 2007. Head coach Dan Mullen says the big stage on Saturday shouldn't faze his players.
I mean, this is what you come here for, to play in these games. You know, this is why you come to Florida to play in big games like this. So we don't shy away from it. You know, I mean, the intensity needs to be there within our preparation all week. But
the Gators will face the number 7 Auburn Tigers this weekend at home for a top 10 matchup. During the Tigers' previous matchup against Mississippi State, they annihilated the Bulldogs 56-23. Auburn quarterback Bo Nix threw for 335 yards and 2 touchdowns. Gator volleyball ended the weekend strong with a 4-set win against SEC opponent Georgia. With this win, they remain undefeated in conference play. After dropping the first set 25-22, the Gators were able to battle back and win the next 3 sets. Thayer Hall led the team in kills with 15 and had 11 digs, giving her 5th double-double on the season. Holly Carlton was not far behind with 14. As a team, Florida recorded 13 blocks, 12 of which came after their first set loss. Florida will move on to face number 16 Kentucky in Lexington next Sunday. 2 of the 3 NFL teams in Florida brought home wins this weekend. The Buccaneers defeated the Rams 54-40 in Los Angeles, while the Jaguars brought down the Broncos in Denver. Luck was not on the Miami Dolphins side, however, as they dropped their 4th straight game to the Chargers. The Dolphins held their first lead of the season yesterday, but it only lasted for a little under 4 minutes. Miami's Josh Rosen threw for 180 yards and a touchdown, but had an interception and was sacked 4 times. Before yesterday, the Chargers had lost 8 straight to the Dolphins. Their last victory over Miami came 37 years ago in 1982. The Chargers really took command of the game at the beginning of the second half, where they scored on their first 3 drives. Jameis Winston had a phenomenal day, throwing 385 yards and 4 touchdowns, 2 of which went to Chris Godwin, who had a career-high 12 catches and 172 yards. The Bucs had an early 21-point lead and still led by 14 going into halftime. However, during the second half, the Rams began to rally and brought the game back within 5 thanks to a pick-6 from Winston with only 8 minutes left. However, Rams quarterback Jared Goff had a fumble of his own, which was returned to the end zone for a final Bucs touchdown. For the Jaguars, the first half of their game against the Broncos did not go well. The Jags got behind early after a quick touchdown. Soon after the first touchdown, quarterback Gardner Minshew went down following a sack from Von Miller. Things continued to escalate, and the Broncos went into a halftime with a 17-6 lead. However, the second half of the game turned around for Jacksonville. In the third quarter, they scored 2 touchdowns to take the lead 20-17. The Broncos reclaimed their lead late in the fourth, but in the end, Josh Lambo was able to convert a 33-yard field goal as time expired to bring home the win 26-24. Here's what Jags head coach Doug Marrone had to say following the game.
You went on the road, you come back, you lose them at halftime, you come back, you take the lead, you lose the lead with a minute 28 or something left, and then you're able to come back and score and win again, you know, or go on top again. That's hard to do, especially in a place like Denver.
Next Sunday, the Jaguars will travel to Charlotte to take on the Panthers. For the first time since 2013, the Tampa Bay Rays have made the postseason. A 6-2 win over the Blue Jays Friday night sealed the deal. Tampa Bay's 96th regular season win was their most since 2010. They can now tie or surpass the team record of 97 set in 2008. The Rays will face off against the Oakland A's on Wednesday in the American League wildcard game to decide who will face the Houston Astros in the American League Championship. Former Gator Pete Alonso engraved his name in the record books over the weekend as he broke the Major League Baseball rookie home run record. During the 3-0 Mets win over the Braves Saturday night, Alonso hit his 53rd home run, breaking Aaron Judge's previous record of 52. Alonso's 53 home runs also contributed to the MLB's overall home run record with 6,776 this year. This is 11% above the previous record that was set 2 years ago.
Thanks, Lindsay.